All right, that new game smells wearing off. Let's just get down to business.
Must be at least
crazed passerby who can hear this. Yes,
be at least a few usable parts in here. It's warped. It's like everything else.
You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain cellar.
Oh, there.
Help me.
You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris. Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Anti's bomb. Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been true enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of... But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and melt. The center is... Say, you don't work for antis, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to... Yes and no. The bomb certainly took a fierce toll, but I suspect these were all which has made sorting out where to begin my efforts here rather difficult. Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. Or their bodies. These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any man. Like what?
Come on, kill crazed passerby who can hear this. Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me for...
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
Get away! On your command.
Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before then.
Привет, Фокси, у меня все нормально. Потихонечку. У тебя как? О, начала крашиться. Как у юрца. Что за краш? Не знаю, может там какие-то патчи нужны? А, все хорошо, окей. Появилась после драйвера, кстати, который я обновлял. Да, странно работает, конечно, игра.
Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure...
Must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Hello there. You wouldn't have it. Fortunately, there's nothing. Let's just say...
Так, это мы так уже с ним говорили, да?
The center is... As I was saying, the automatic... Nor the troopers who should... No! Some other... Like, must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Like everything else.
Тут нужна наука, понятно. Я вот думаю, может сложность спустить. Здесь что-то реально тяжело. Игровой процесс. Если у тебя будет возможность, посмотри, пожалуйста, игру Baldur's Gate диску. Ну я же тебе говорил уже, что... Ой, там череп нарисован. Ага, тут значит роли не играет, что мы взяли на сложное, нет. Что там надо карточкой будет рассчитываться. Фокси, ты понимаешь? Ты можешь карточкой рассчитываться? Нет, я тебе объяснял. Я тебе могу найти, но тебе придется карточкой заказывать диск. Я же не живу в твоем городе. Так, это не трогаем. Это по следам последовать. А что тут не показывает нам, какой уровень вообще этой миссии? Вот что херово. Неотложные работы. Я уже прочитал. Это комбайн.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Зверье тут бешеное было. Ёлки, а теперь нам как лучше тут? А мы тут сможем обойти? Нет. Тут, мне кажется, слишком много обходить придется.
Who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions.
А, ты сможешь рассчитаться карточкой? На OLX продают Baldur's Gate 3. Можешь загуглить OLX. Там есть Baldur's Gate 3 на диске. Ну, там уже посмотришь, какая цена тебе подойдет, и будешь с продавцом договариваться. Церковь обмысления. О, господи.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I...
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team. Her friend.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but...
She was fond of me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her. I wish I knew. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going... Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, that's when things became She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with but you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to... We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said for some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up. Even when which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to, after the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15...
That is Agent DeVries' identification.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but... when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
She recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. to go.
Ready to wait. On your command. Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Sequencing attack strategies. Standing by with life support. Engaging combat protocols.
or sprint. Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprat race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle. Or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
This looks like the place. Lord, I haven't felt this high-strung since the rising point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows?
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adept.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about.
Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble. No. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something...
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation...
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection.
Found her! You there!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong.
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire... Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs.
I am.
Okay, and do exercise discretion as...
Not to worry.
Yes?
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time. I'll answer what I can. If you... Then I met Niles. Stop there. The Crabbles? They keep... I do believe that one day... Do you always...
Within Auntie's choice, though don't. The system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with
This is not shooting the water anymore.
performing on your
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed mind. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogar. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of...
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient independent seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory processes.
Pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch curses
I'm sure this
its
is all
design
part of the parent.
and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after
the
the
firm
ocean flooded my
benevolent
house.
hand of the sovereign to
I
guide
was sad for a moment.
Here
May
on
safety,
Bitva,
amity, and
we'll
ease
enjoy
be
the
our
full
prosperity.
luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. Community, purpose, time for recreation.
I wish everyone's neighbor.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up. So some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's all right.
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us, so stay true, outsider. May you realign with the paradigm.
Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of perfect symmetry.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan.
Stranger?
He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
Right now, the paradigm needs our house. I wish I could program an automech to feel these feelings I'm feeling.
You've returned.
Instead.
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us sociologically. So they've started the war to grab any part of the paradigm that they can.
This unit beautifully acknowledges nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye.
We all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm
Conversation
affords
is-
us.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always... I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved. Its people given... What? We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on... We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work, we need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about... We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts. Why, we're traitors, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as... Now, either the arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. My linguistic embellishments are somewhat... But responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be mine solely as well. I owe it to every single person. What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need. Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask? I don't know what an Earth Directorate. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide... Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful. My unavoidable mark. The parts can be... To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, farewell now.
Neighbors, same as ever, but prudence dictates. extra for now, just to offset any minor disruption. Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
This unit's good works pathology by order a lot of mechanical shit.
Terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank the
Simply
sovereign.
saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it.
Auntie's choice is an invasive species.
Remain productive.
You are the raw material for perfection. Subject.
Outsider.
Prudence dictates we cherish what we have and defend it.
Юрец, привет. Да, тут бегаю задание найти какую-то запчасть от этих роботов. Хрен знает, где ее искать еще. Ну, там есть места, где я под уровню не могу, ну, пройти. Надо будет еще уровень повышать. Опять Skyrim? Ёшкин кот. Это ты продолжаешь или новую игру начинаешь? Так, теперь надо искать, где эта запчасть может быть. Вот, блин, даже намека никакого вроде сильно нету. Вроде пропуски есть. Ага, значит нам не искать здесь надо, а искать, где можно с помощью пропуска пойти дальше. Попробуем.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list.
Просто хожу там, блин, на PS5. А, балдеешь, ходишь.
We're a mite bit busy these days. Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her. You want to see that she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but the Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me. Zeranium corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the dark. I'd rather not. The Marshal is a good man.
Так, значит, надо с этой подругой поговорить, да?
Welcome. Glad to have you back. Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting.
Я без стрима пока просто бегаю. Я понял.
And then you, name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here. You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech completed a routine inventory. You're not implying the quartermech is somehow responsible, are you? I'd hate for the big guy to get in trouble. The quartermech is my responsibility. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records in—
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak. Delphinia? No. Best of luck in your search.
Лаборатория Дельфиния.
State your business. This may this unit be of further assistance? Initiate.
Так, надо продать хлам. Деньги появились. Этот... может и неплохой, на 2500, конечно. Не дешевое удовольствие. Так, зато мы можем создавать там еще какие-то стволы. Так, и куда нам надо идти будет по этому заданию? Сага о неисправных автоматонах. Где эта карта? Ну здесь, да? Тут если много пьешь, типа этих зелий, то у тебя зависимость может развиваться. Тоже прикольно сделали.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the now what is it you want? Ah, our good Marshal sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, a number of factors. Zeranium is danger. The scarcity of volunteers is also a problem. Now tell me, are you familiar with zeranium gas? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damp. I could speak at length about zeranium's. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from zeranium's quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the... Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget... Good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to... Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray zeranium effluvium. Gas. Merely activate the device once it's inside a zeranium cloud. The one around the main hangar. Try to avoid any fields of dense zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Well, of course, if you suffer prolonged exposure... I believe... Oh, so exhilarating.
Защита от миазмов. Так как и в Фолоче. Ну, я что-то уже и не помню, что там как было в Фолоче насчет вот этого вот. Хотя да, там была эта фигня. Так, а где он есть у меня в инвентаре? Пистолет появился тут. Так, что-то не могу понять, а как там этот зритель? Я что-то не вижу его. Она нам дала какое-то устройство. Как им... Может его, блин... Подожди, надо поставить как-то. Не, здесь его не вижу. Эти шапки всякие. Это что такое? Граната. Это что-то по хавчику. А вот он. А как там его использовать? Хрен его знает. Угу, все, я понял. Он автоматически, типа. А я думал, что надо где-то поставить и на кнопку жать.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks? Now that you mention it, there was one after several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field. I require you'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. Catalytic amplifiers are a somewhat Unfortunately for me, our chief mechanist, Woodrow, wasn't in, so you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. I'm sure he's just being cautious. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. Good. A flexible mindset should... Failing that, one last thing. The Dragoon... Well...
If you need something, kindly make it quick. Please understand. The original staff of this facility were rounded up, and why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? If you're really so desperate, you can track down our second Dragoon. Damn thing wandered up the coast, and I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stubborn when their instructions are unclear. First, that would undoubtedly destroy the catalytic amplifier. You do that. Good hunting. Now...
Seeing Zeb again went different than I expected. Not that I had high hopes for, that's appreciated. Maybe I ought to apologize straight away. But I'm not convinced I did the wrong thing, leaving. Let's just say, was there anything else you needed? Sure.
Ага, у него можно... А ну подожди.
Zeb's in over his head with all of this. Good thing we showed up when we did. Sure.
Что есть? Угу, можно создать, да?
Anyway, need something, Commander? It was left out, and now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting... All just before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone... Not all... The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong. I appreciate the concern.
Найлс, ты был слишком долго один.
I was trying to teach myself some. Well, I learned about 20 ways how not. Like trying. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all. Funny thing was, they didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went. How was it then? The Earth Directorate. I could ask you the same thing. So I knew joining up with the Earth Directorate. Sorry, that was blunt. But back, only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is colored by more. You buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right. Well then, hey, try. I don't like feeling like I was adding to the. No point missing something you're never getting back, though. She was no. I liked her, and for some, sure was. I've got time.
Так, надо найти автоматона. Где он там находится, блин? Ёж твою.
Know of anyway. Need something, Commander?
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do...
the attack. And there's Iranian, outsider. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
The matriarch chose Eden because recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native and fauna. Pleasant atmosphere and natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
The matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed sometimes challenges
Outsider.
do arise. We all know how invasive
The itinerant stranger returns. That is most excellent. Please. Yes, we had what you outsiders call, there is wreckage from a crashed ship traversing most of the expanse. With the right equipment, tell me, do you already have protectorate jump boots in your possession? That's what I knew them as. The official title is personal plasma thrusters, I suppose. No, but we have an outpost up at Spire Grove. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have. Once you're inside, there's something else I need you to do. Something that would save many lives.
minor disruption.
The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter. Brigadier Montelli is good. I farewell now. Promise you'll even if farewell now.
You have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure,
of this post so many times I could do it in my sleep.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister.
Bad Trooper Silong Noma, how has your progress been? Excellent!
Again, if this contract weren't staying my hand, I read
you and please.
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the
this.
So you.
The acquisition of this information is. I shall speak openly then. Bringing Westport to heel. There, I've a kit of supplies to aid you. Slather on a bit of elbow grease. But the people of Westport. I cannot help these people achieve salvation until I know what it is they yearn for. That. Now I'm sure you've asked yourself for a tag. Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of. Then be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. Well, still, I would come prepared.
All done in there? Hope that little dust got you, and in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be. I get it. You're skeptical. I can be on my own for a time. So, what do you think? Head of duct.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Acknowledge. After you.
Hello again. Oh, well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what... before I... Oh,
where am I?
Would if I could have done more. Right. I have a lead in the
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger. The sec deep in protectorate territory.
Not when that... Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant work. Yeah. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we... Oh, I love questions. I'm unused to the way things are done. One wishes to woo Protectorate sub... Or perhaps he will manage to prove me...
Я вот тут жалею, что я выбрал, короче, юрец один дебильный навык. Я что-то не думал, что он такой говняный. Я сейчас тебе покажу. изъян, вот это рассеянный. Я не могу ни один навык довести до совершенства, типа. Но мне даются больше очков на другие навыки. Бля, вот это я... Я вот не знаю, интересно, можно ли как-то изъяны убирать? Или здесь они уже все навсегда прилеплены, блядь? Вот эту подругу тут взял. Здесь я тогда был, мы перебили там эту толпу. По квесту так, я вчера ходил немного по сюжету. Я тоже это взял. Вот это, блядь, херовый навык. Я теперь не могу до 3-го уровня довести навыки. Те, которые довел еще до этого изъяна, то хорошо. А сейчас я могу все довести только до 2-го уровня. Не знаю, я надеюсь, что потом изъян можно как-то будет нивелировать. Из взрывчатки нет 4-го уровня.
Generators back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. I wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Сейчас повылазят эти демоны, да? Ёб твою мать, что он такой крепкий, блядь. Как терминатор какой-то, блядь. Без патронов можно так остаться, блядь, не? Куда он, блядь, закопался? Ты что, чувак, охерел?
That phonotron was effective. Now we just need the specimen. Mind the pincers. They can be a little feisty even after death.
Первый босс прям.
Nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander?
Да, жесткий был чувак. Ага, мы уже выполнили, да, получается, эту миссию? Краб по квесту спутника для апгрейда. Ага. Я видел, что ты его делал. Краб по квесту спутника для апгрейда. Это типа улучшать типа спутника можно, да? Бля, патронов уже нету. Слушайте, что там у меня есть по оружию еще? Есть. Может, у меня здесь есть патроны. Я уже не помню, сколько у меня здесь патронов. А ну, да, о, здесь до хера. Электрическая. Кстати, что там по заданию? Ну, добудьте ткани матриарха. А, еще какую-то пещеру надо смотреть. А в каких она дебрях? Вау. Она же в диверсия в раю получается. Это уже по сюжету нам надо идти. Сюда я не мог идти, потому что здесь уровень высокий. И где-то и здесь уровень, по-моему, высокий. Не здесь. А здесь, по-моему. Да, здесь два места, где реально высокий уровень. Так, давайте, наверное, сюда идем. На следующий стрим будем задание там делать одно дополнительное. Для Инесс у доктора можно уже скраба сделать. Матриарх далеко. Ага. Да, то далековато. Тут только по сюжету уже когда идти. То есть я не буду ради этого... А здесь мы можем сделать вот это задание, которое будет. Радейки эти. Так, все, буду за танки садиться. Потому что там у меня этот марафон на танк новый. Я сегодня с утра играл, то сейчас засяду, может, что буду смотреть, параллельно по телеку играть в танки. Там, Юрец, тебе хорошей игры. Будем на связи. Давай, папа.